Hi guys, welcome back to the FPL Duo. This is the FPL Gameweek 4 deadline stream, so welcome back, and it should be a good one. A lot to discuss. So yeah, morning to everyone out there that are entering the stream. But yeah, guys, if you are entering, do press the like button. So yeah, let's get into it, Jordan. Before we start, I'll ask you how you're doing.
Yeah, I'm very good, thanks. Hope everyone is doing well this morning or evening, night, wherever you're from in the world. Welcome, and yeah, we have a very exciting deadline stream coming up for you.
Yeah, just want to say morning to everyone. Up early for this deadline, and yeah, let's get into it. Without wasting too much time, we are going to bring up our teams in a sec. We're going to talk about our teams, talk about any transfers we want to make. We're talking about who we're captaining, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, guys, do press the like button when you join. We got Brian says hi lads. We got Kwando says good morning lads. Morning to you guys. Hope you're doing well.
Morning.
But yeah, let's bring up our teams. I'll bring up my one first, as you see on the screen at the moment. We've got Mustafa that's joined. Says what's up, boys? What's up to you? Hope you're well, mate. Brian says did my transfers during the week. Ramsdale to Sanchez, Neto to Rodrigo. Nice. I'm assuming because of price rises. But yeah, Jordan. So as you can see, my team is on the screen at the moment. I'm just going to quickly go through how I'm lining up for game week 4.
Yep.
Ramsdale in goal against Fulham. I've got the back five of Trent, Walker, Cancelo, James, and Cucurella. In the midfield 3, I've got Salah, Martinelli, Luis Diaz. Up front, I've got Jesus and Haaland. Salah is the captain. As you can see, that is pretty much locked. I don't plan on changing Salah as my captain. I do have one free transfer in the bank. So I have one free transfer plus 0.3 million as well, I believe, to spend in the bank. So that is the team at the moment. Jordan, let's bring up your team. Just quickly run us through what you're playing.
Okay, so I'm playing a 4-4-2 this week, and I have one free transfer, but I am going to roll that one free transfer for next game week. So I'll have 2 free transfers going into game week 5. Into game week 4.
No, game week 5, you're right.
Yeah, into game week 5. And yeah, there isn't much change to my team. There is a slight change from Nico Williams, who is on the bench this week. And Bailey is in my starting 11, which might be a bit of a controversial choice. But I have opted for this change just because Nico Williams has Tottenham at home. And in comparison to Bailey, who has West Ham home. So I think I will definitely play Bailey over Nico Williams for that for this game week. But other than that, everyone else is remaining the same as it was previously in my team selection. So we have Mendy, who's in goal still for me. He's got Leicester home. And the back four, we've got Trent, who's got Bournemouth home. Cancelo, who's got Crystal Palace home. Sinchenko, who's got Fulham at home. And James, who's got Leicester at home. And in the midfield, we have 4 playing in the midfield this week, with Bailey starting this week, who's got West Ham home. Martinelli, who's got Fulham home. And Luis Diaz and Salah, who have got Bournemouth home. And up front, we have the standard, I'll say, template with Jesus and Haaland, who have both home fixtures, Fulham and Crystal Palace.
Okay, so as you guys saw from the team selection video that we did on Thursday, not much has changed with both our teams. We are still, both going to roll the transfer, just putting it out there early. I don't feel like my team needs a transfer, as you guys can see. I'm pretty happy playing this team. And yeah, that is what I'm going with. Also, you, Jordan, you're not tempted with a last minute transfer or anything. You're pretty happy to roll as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy to roll. I think it's probably important to roll into obviously next game week because it is a mid game week, and we obviously know that there's going to be a very congested amount of fixtures for teams. and it's just to make it sure that you got those 2 free transfers going into it in case you need to make more than one. And I feel like I'll be more comfortable having 2 free transfers going into game week 4 rather than one.
Yeah, that's a fair shout. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the same reason why I'm rolling the transfer, because we know there's games on midweek, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So it lets me have 2 free transfers in case I need to make any big changes. I'm just going to read a few more comments out. Got Dominic George. He says if KDB outscores Haaland, he basically saying, should I settle Haaland for KDB? I wouldn't be doing that, because obviously you're going to have to take 2 transfers to do that pretty much, because they're going to take out KDB. So I don't think it's worth it for a hit. No, I wouldn't be doing that.
No.
Personally. Not for a hit anyway. Sorry, go on, Jordan.
I think the next game week you can probably afford to do that when, because obviously there is that Haaland rotation where Pep will maybe not play him because of the midweek matches that are happening. So he might be rested. So there is that possibility you could do that swap at the time when you have 2 free transfers, obviously, because at the moment you have one, I'm assuming, for that. So you don't want to take a hit.
Unless he's got 2 free transfers, obviously let us know, because we're not sure. But
yeah,
I still don't think it's not the optimal transfer to spend 2 transfers on taking out Haaland. I don't think it's worth it. Haaland's got Palace at home, still a good fixture, so I'd probably just keep him. But I do see the worries on Wednesday. What was it? I think they play Wednesday when they play Nottingham Forest. You could be tempted to take him out then if we hear any news. If he doesn't play. Mustafa says I'm on a wild card. Raya, Sanchez, Cancelo, Perisic, Walker, Zinchenko. Okay, so he's gone James as well. So he's gone 5 at the back, I'm assuming. Rodrigo, Salah, Luis Diaz, Martinelli, St. Max, Tony, Jesus, and Wood. Any concerns or changes you would make? The only concerns I could see, you haven't got Haaland or a KDB, but if you're okay going without Haaland or a KDB, I mean the team looks pretty fine. Tony is in good form. He's got good fixtures as well for the next few games. Jesus looks good as well. St. Max, interesting pick, a bit of a differential as well. So yeah, Jordan, what do you make of his team?
Yeah, I think it's really good the choice of St. Max, because we've seen the way he played against Man City, absolute relentless on that left-hand side of the pitch. And with Wilson's hamstring injury as well, it does make it a bit more attractive to bring in Newcastle attackers now, because obviously with Wilson out, again, we saw last season that Maxim and Chris Wood and other such Newcastle midfielders and attackers, they came out more and produce more returns. So yeah, that's a good shout for 2 Newcastle attackers there.
I'm just gonna check Newcastle's fixtures very quickly. So yeah, I just wanna see who they have, because before I fully see if they are. I mean, they've got Wolves obviously this game week. Then they've got Liverpool, which could be a bit tricky, but I still believe Newcastle will get a goal against Liverpool in that game. If I'm honest, I don't think Liverpool will keep a clean sheet in that game. Then got Palace, West Ham, Bournemouth. So yeah, Newcastle do look pretty good. Apart from that Liverpool fixture, I think they do look quite good. So yeah, I wouldn't be against bringing in a Newcastle player, definitely. And the way they performed against City, they can play like that. Then they can do that to most teams.
Rodrigo has a record amount of transfer ins this week. It's crazy. He has 1.4 million almost transfers this game week.
Oh wow.
He has shot up in ownership.
I'm worried about. Are you worried about Rodrigo, like potentially getting a brace or anything like that?
Honestly, I feel like he's going to be blanking this week, because he's up against one of the best defensive teams in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So there is that chance that Rodrigo potentially might blank his first blank this season, I think, if it is that. But I don't expect much from that game, honestly.
What's his ownership at now? 26%. Okay, wow. Rodrigo has shot up. I didn't realize he was that high up.
He gained 18% ownership in the space of this game week.
Yeah, he's come off the back of 2 double-digit hauls. So 15 points in game week 2, and then 13 points in game week 3. He also got 7 points in game week 1 because he did score. he scored. Yeah, he scored in every single game week so far. So I think that's why people. I mean, it's obvious when you perform like that, you're going to get a lot of transfers in. Are you worried though against Brighton? Or you've got Brighton, Everton, Brentford, Forest. The fixtures look good for if you're a Leeds fan, and he's playing well. I mean,
Yeah,
we might have to potentially consider him in the next week or two, but we'll have to wait
I,
and see.
I don't know. I feel like it's a trap now. I feel like he.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I should have brought him in the first game week for it to be worthwhile, and then
Yeah.
I feel like if he blanks this fixture, then maybe I could have taken him out. But he's up against very defensive teams, Leeds, so it's good. It's
Mm.
not going to be especially the double haul in those fixtures, especially with the Brighton one today. I do think
Yeah,
that's
he's
going to
got
be a
Brighton
tough
today.
one. That's not going to be easy.
Yeah, and I mean Brighton are playing well as well. I don't think that will be an easy game. It won't be high scoring, I don't think. So we'll have to wait and see how he does in that game. But yeah, let's take a few comments before we do chat about all the other transfers in. Um, Dominic George says he's on the Rodrigo hype. Do you think he will return considering the fixtures? I mean, he could. Brighton are quite a difficult fixture, like in terms of defensively. Brighton are decent, so but I wouldn't back against him. I mean, he definitely can score. But yeah, with his ownership now at 26.9%, it is a slight worry, for us non-owners that don't have him. Um, Saka to Rodrigo for a -4. Jordan, Saka's got Fulham.
No, I would probably keep Saka if I'm honest, because if you compare the fixtures that Arsenal and Leeds have, Arsenal have Fulham home,
Mm,
whereas the Leeds have a much more tricky fixture with Brighton, and we know how well Brighton have started the season off. And I know Fulham have put up a fight as well in the start of their season with drawing against Liverpool and whatnot. But I do prefer Saka over
yeah.
Rodrigo. I know he's been a bit unlucky, if I'm honest, Saka. I mean, if you see the heat map on the right hand side, he's very high up the pitch in terms of where his position is. It's just unlucky that he hasn't had any returns or assists from his attacking threat. But I would definitely hold on to him, hang on to him, because eventually, maybe today, he's going to get a return, and you don't want to take him out for -4 if he ends
Mm.
up returning. But you could probably say for Rodrigo too. But I'll be more keen on keeping Saka rather
Oh
than
yeah.
Rodrigo to a -4.
Also, the other thing I want to quickly point out is Brighton have kept 2 clean sheets in the last 2 games. They've only conceded 1 goal this season so far. I know it's only 3 games. They've conceded one against Man United in opening day. They drew 0-0 against Newcastle in game week 2, and Brighton also won 2-0 last weekend against West Ham. So Brighton's defense is quite good. So I don't know if Rodriguez is going to score today or if Leeds are going to get many goals. So, and Saka has Fulham. So Fulham at home as well at Emirates. So you don't really want to be moving that. I know it's the popular thing is to get Rodrigo in now, but have that faith with Saka. If there's anything, I'd probably remove Saka for Martinelli rather than Rodrigo at this stage. But that's just my opinion. But let us know what you are going to do, Elliot.
Yeah.
Mustafa also says St. Max or Rashford.
Oh. Oh.
What do you reckon, Jordan? I could read out the Man United fixtures for you if you want.
Uh.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Let me get the Man United fixtures up. Man United have Southampton today, or half
Oh.
12. Then they've got Leicester. Then they've got Arsenal. Then they've got Palace. Looking at that, I'm already going to say St. Max, if I'm being honest. And Rashford, is he going to keep his place? Obviously, we don't know yet, etc. So I'm
Yeah.
going Rashford. Sorry, I'm going St. Max. Would you agree? Or
Yeah, I'll probably go St. Max. I would be tempted to go Rashford because he has Southampton, but I wouldn't want to keep him after that. I would only want to keep him for the Southampton one game today.
yeah.
But yeah, I'll go St. Maximin for the long term hold because obviously Rashford has Arsenal after Leicester and Southampton, so it's not really a long term hold for him.
Mm.
But with St. Maximin and Wilson out as well, it gives St. Maximin more opportune attacking threat for Newcastle.
Yeah, also Martial is injured again, I believe. So I think that's quite good for Rashford because that means he's going to play more games. Ronaldo still is at the club. What's going to happen with him? Is he going to leave? If he does leave, then Rashford I think becomes even a better option. But if I had to pick at this moment, I still lean towards St. Max. FPL agent says, hello guys, did your transfers already? No, we actually haven't done our transfers already. That is my current team. I do have one free transfer, and so does Jordan. But at the moment, we are planning to roll the transfer. So yeah, quite boring, but both of us think our team looks fine. So let me just bring up both our teams. So that's my team on the screen at the moment. And then that's Jordan's team. And we both plan on rolling for this week. Dominic George says, are you always against changing goalkeeper for a -4? Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be taking no hits for a goalie. It's not worth it at all, in my opinion. I'd just get one goalie in from game week 1 and just play that same goalie to your wild card. I don't like goalie transfers. There is very goalie transfers just aren't optimal. I just feel like there's more points up for grabs elsewhere. So changing goalies for a couple of points, it's not really worth it. But yeah.
No. I'd only do that in a circumstance where I have not playing goalkeepers. Like if I had 2 non-playing goalkeepers, then I would consider changing
of course.
But other than that, no.
Mustafa also says, what are your thoughts on Isak coming in for Newcastle? Yeah, this is an interesting transfer. Isak has been priced at, was it 6.5 million, I believe? Was he 6.5? Was he 7 million?
I think it's 6.5.
Let me just double check. No, 7 million.
Oh,
so it's 7 million. Obviously, I haven't watched so much of him. I've watched bits, as always on YouTube and clips and stuff. He's a very promising player, Isak. He's very good technically. He did struggle slightly last season with injuries, and then he didn't score as many goals as he would have liked. But I do think he could be an option going forward, especially with Callum Wilson's injury struggles. If Isak gets game time, which he will, obviously he's the big signing, 60 million signing, I think. So I do think he'll become an option. Just way too early. I've got to see how he plays before I bring him in. But obviously he is a good player, and I will keep an eye on him, especially when fixtures turn good. But for now, I'll probably stay away from Isak just to see how he does first in the Newcastle system. But yeah, I like the player. I think he's a good player. I think he'll do decent. Jordan, I'll let you take this one.
Hamza says, should I try getting De Bruyne for -4? It depends who it is for the -4. I mean, depends who you're taking out, etc. Let me know who the -4 is for De Bruyne.
Yeah, that's a good shout actually. Yeah, do let us know, Hamza, what's the planned move. But for -4, I'm not. If it's Haaland for De Bruyne for a -4, I'm not keen. We've had that question already. But I do like De Bruyne, if I'm being honest, as an option. Jake AFC says, good morning, lads. Is Zaha injured? Yes, Zaha is. From what I've heard, he's missing today's game. Or not, is it today's game?
Yeah.
Man City 3 p.m. against Palace. Yeah, Zaha's injured, which is unfortunate because he was playing very, very well. I was actually looking at him potentially to bring in ahead of game week 5, but now he's been injured. It is unfortunate. He's had a great start to the season. Hopefully he comes back fit very soon and he can get back to going. But yeah, it looks like Zaha is going to miss out. If anyone's got him, I'd probably get rid of him. Unless you've got someone on the bench as well.
That's kind of annoying because a lot of people bought him in.
Yeah. What's his transfer stats looking like? How many transfers in has he had? Let me just. Okay, he's had 332,000 transfers in this week, and he's been injured, so it is unfortunate for anyone that did transfer him in. That's why, guys, you don't do early transfers. You try to avoid early transfers as much as you can because you can always get these last minute injuries. But yeah, FPL agent says, yo, Huss, what budget do you have in the bank? I will recommend a -4 for Tony, or maybe Walker out for Trippier or Emerson Royale. I would recommend a -4 for Tony, or maybe Walker out for Trippier or Emerson Royale. I'm not keen on taking a -4 if I'm honest. I took a -4 last week, so I don't want to take 2 -4s in consecutive weeks. But yeah, I hear it. I hear what you're saying. But just I'm against taking a -4 again this week because I took one last week. But money in the bank, I do have 0.3 mil. I do have 0.3 million in the bank. So that does give me a bit to play with, but Yeah, if I'm being honest, I am against the hits. Dominic George says if Fafana comes, Chelsea is the 4.4 price a bargain. Yeah, could be, could be. Obviously, if he does start, which we assume he will because he's coming in for a lot of money, he could be a decent, cheap entry into that Chelsea defense. So, yeah, I don't see why that could be a bad move. Jordan, do you want to take the next one?
Side says Ramsdale, Cucurella, Trent, Cancelo, Perisic, Salah, Rodrigo, Martinelli, Luis Diaz, Jesus, Tony. Who should I put on? I got Reece James on my bench, or should I keep James on bench?
What would you do?
Um,
I mean, I would play James personally. James
yeah,
has Leicester, so
yeah, and I think last time Reece James was against Leicester, he got like a double haul against him. I think 19 or 21 points he got against Leicester.
yeah.
So I'll definitely not put Reece James on the bench for the Leicester fixture. I
Mm.
would play him, and I'm assuming the other James is who's the other James?
Well,
Because there's two Jameses.
no, he says he's got Reece James on his bench. Should I keep James on the bench? I think he just
Oh
said it
right.
twice.
Oh okay.
Now I
No.
would be playing James
Yeah.
basically because I just think he's a good attacking threat, even if he can get a goal or assist. I'd rather play him instead of Cucurella. Like I've seen you play Cucurella. I'd rather go James over Cucurella personally. But yeah, you've got a benching headache there. I see. But yeah, I'd definitely play James ahead of Cucurella personally.
Yeah. I think you could afford to bench Perisic, probably the most reasonable one out of those selections you got.
See, Perisic has Nottingham Forest though, so and if he does start, I definitely wouldn't be benching Perisic personally if I had him. The only guy I could think of there, because you've got at least a tough one, is a benching headache.
Yeah.
I have to say, well, you can't bench Rodrigo, Martinelli, Luis Diaz,
No.
Salah. You don't really want to bench Tony. He has to be Cucurella
It's either
for me.
Cooper and Rodrigo or Perisic. I would be tempted to Rodrigo if I'm honest, because that fixture against Brighton is not
Mm,
going to be easy. I know people brought him in lots, expecting him to return, but that one's going to be really tough.
yeah, I'd have to say Cucurella. I think you can't bench an attacking player. Just bench, bench a defensive player, and Cucurella. Just hope James outscores him. So yeah, hope that's answered your question, Said. Um, Dominic George, I always do early transfers to avoid price rises, and it always works. Yeah, it can work. Of course, it can work. But if you bring in a player, like let's say you bought in Zaha on a few days ago, and then now he's injured, you've just wasted a transfer pretty much. But I remember it happened to me last season. I bought in Ollie Watkins. I bought in Ollie Watkins early due to price rises, and then literally an hour later, we hear that game's been postponed because of COVID and whatnot. So yeah, I don't really like making early transfers. I only do it, you know, if price rises sometimes do dictate it. I understand, but I try to stay away from that. Jordan, you want to take the next one?
Yeah, Kawanda says Pedence and Neto both in starting 11 plus 2.1 mil in the bank. Can I keep both so I have 2 free transfers for game week 5? Kufal, Greenwood on the bench.
Would you take one out?
Uh, Pedence
Who do
and
Wolves have
Neto.
though? Fixtures. I'm just checking the Wolves fixtures at the moment. Wolves play Newcastle at home on Sunday.
Oh,
I'm not keen on having both. If I'm being honest, I'd probably get rid of them. At least one of them.
yeah, I'll probably get rid of either one. I don't think it matters because Neto and Pedence are quite evenly matched. And then probably keep the 1 free transfer instead of spending the 2 that you have free going into game week 5, and just hope that either
Yeah.
Neto or Pedence get something from that game. But I don't really see it because it is Newcastle and it's a tricky fixture away.
No. Wolves are at home.
Oh, it was at home. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
then there is some there is some advantage then the home fixture.
Mm.
So yeah,
I mean, I personally wouldn't want Wolves double attack. I just don't think Wolves score many goals. So having double attack of Wolves, I wouldn't go there personally. I think you could switch out Pedence for someone like if you Martinelli, if you've got the money to go to Martinelli, if you don't have him already. There's Rodrigo, who we've spoke a lot about. You could go Rodrigo. Say Max. There's quite a few midfielders that I'd prefer. Yeah, I think you got to get off double Wolves. They just don't score enough goals for me. But yeah, they play good football, and let's see if they can get something against Newcastle on Sunday. Should be a good game on Sky Sports as well. I think that game. We've got FPL Penguin says hello lads, good luck this weekend. Shout out to him. Good luck to you as well, mate. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, good luck to everyone this week. Because last week was absolutely pretty terrible, if we're being honest. And I'm hoping you get a green arrow this week. But yeah,
I do see this week being potentially maybe 100 points more in this week. I feel like it's going to be
you think it's going to be a high scoring week?
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's going to be a high scoring week.
Well, let's hope you're right, man. Kawanda says he has both Martinelli and Rodrigo with Salah. Then would you be tempted to maybe downgrade one of them and go back 5 or go 3 up front? I'll probably maybe go for a formation change if you want to, because I know 5 at the back is a bit of a topic because last week it didn't work out. But I mean, I don't expect that to carry on happening. So maybe play 3 up front. You could move the money into Tony because you've got 2 million in the bank. You could go up to Tony and then have 3 up front. I'm assuming you already have Haaland and Jesus as well.
Or there's something else you could do to cover both Wolves and well, actually no, you can't cover both. But what you could do is you could get Pascal Gross in for one of them, either Net or Pedence. That way, you're spreading the team in terms of it's a different team. It's not the same team as Pedence and Neto, so you're covering Brighton too. And the way Brighton have played, I mean, there's always a chance that Pascal Gross can get something from that tough fixture for Leeds. As we've seen, Brighton have been really good.
Brighton have got good fixtures as well, innit?
Yeah, and it just gives flexibility because sometimes you want to choose another player from another team rather than the same team because it might just be overflowing the potential from having 2 players in the same team like Pedence and Neto because either one could return.
Yeah, and also regarding Brighton, the fixtures got Leeds, then they've got Fulham, then they've got Leicester, then Bournemouth, Palace. They have Liverpool in Game Week 9, so from Game Week 9 you're pretty fine. And Game Week 9 is when we wild card as well, most likely. So you could go Brighton. They're a good long-term hold. So Pascal Gross, Trossard, all good options. I don't think they're bad options. I probably prefer those actually to a Podence at the moment, and even a Neto. I know there was a lot of Neto chat pre-Game Week 1. He was very popular as a 5.5 million pick. I went with Bailey instead, and that didn't turn out too well either. So, yeah. But yeah, Jordan, let's quickly chat about the captain pick. Salah, is he the obvious pick, or have you considered anyone else?
No, not considered anyone else. I mean, with Jesus being a captaincy option, they've got Fulham. It's going to be a tough game, I think, for Arsenal with Fulham because the way they've been playing against top teams, like they drew against Liverpool, for example, they're going to give very much a fight against Arsenal, I think, Fulham. And I know it's a home fixture for Arsenal, and it should be in their favour, but we still have to consider that Fulham are a good team going into this season as the newly promoted team. They're probably the best newly promoted team so far that I've seen. And I feel like with the fixture alone, Jesus being a captain, I don't see him outperforming Salah, who's got Bournemouth home as a captaincy pick. I feel like Liverpool need that win, so there's more of that winningness to get a win because they haven't had a single win yet, and Liverpool will be hungry for that fixture.
Yeah.
And we know how well Salah is in those type of fixtures. I do see him getting a massive haul in that game, whereas Jesus, I don't really see it against that Fulham fixture. I feel like it's going to be really tough and grindy. And I know
Okay.
Arsenal want to keep that win streak because they haven't lost a game yet. But I
Yeah.
feel like this is the game where they might potentially draw or
Oh,
lose.
okay. That'll be a big surprise. I mean, I have Arsenal down to win quite comfortably. I think Arsenal win like 3-1 or something like that. But yeah, I think Salah against Bournemouth is hard to look past though, because Salah at Anfield, Bournemouth, as we've seen, have they won a game? They did win a game, didn't they? Bournemouth. They won
Yeah,
game week 1.
Aston Villa, I think they won 2-0.
Yeah. But I'm just bringing up Bournemouth is, game week 1 they won 2-0, and then game week 2 they lost 4-0 to City, and then game week 3 they lost 3-0 to Arsenal. So if we're going by the last two results, Liverpool, I know Liverpool have struggled, but if they want to get back on form and put in a good performance, you should be expecting Liverpool to put 2, 3, 4 past Bournemouth. Because if they don't, then maybe there is a bigger issues regarding Liverpool. But I expect Liverpool to put a few past Bournemouth, and I think Salah should get involved. Diaz, I think, is going to have another good game, because I saw a stat as well. Bournemouth have let in a lot of crosses from their left-hand side, so that is the side Salah plays as well. So maybe that there's something in that. But yeah, I'd expect Salah to get something in this game, and I think he is probably the best captain option. Um, I don't think you can go completely against Jesus. I still think Jesus can get a goal or two. But yeah, I do back Salah. Let us know, guys, if you are going with Salah or Jesus or anyone else. Haaland has Palace as well. Do let us know in the comments if you are swayed by someone else. Maybe you're going to be different. But yeah. Also, guys, I just want to say, do drop a like on the video if you have just joined. So yeah, drop a like and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. But yeah,
We're just under half an hour for the deadline stream. No, sorry, the deadline to end at 11 o'clock. So we have 28 minutes.
yeah. Obviously, it's gone quite quick. So yeah, half an hour. Obviously, for us, it's we're not making any transfers. So do let us know what transfers you guys are making, and also your captains. We are going to do a prediction regarding the fixtures as always. So do tune in for that a bit later. Stay towards the end. And yeah, if you have any questions as well, guys, regarding your specific teams, do drop it in below. We will do our best to answer your comments as well. Any questions you have. Also, yeah, as always, don't forget to like the stream. Any team news, Jordan, on Twitter? Obviously, Madison. We've heard Madison's missing out, isn't he?
Oh, yes, Madison missing out. There was also another one, but this doesn't refer to players. But this is controversial because Tuchel is banned from that Leicester game. So he can't feature in that game, which is a bit controversial because Conte is allowed to, which
Oh,
I feel like is a very unfair decision in terms of the manager because they both had a scrap. But Tuchel is banned from this fixture
I didn't
coming
know.
up.
I didn't realize he was. I thought,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
interesting. We'll have to wait and see if that does play a part in the game. Well, obviously, Chelsea playing Leicester. Um, Let me bring up the fixtures. Actually, very quickly. Bear with me for a sec. I'll bring up on the screen. Can you see that? Hold on, let me zoom in. A bit more. Yeah, there you go, guys. Hopefully that's clear. There's a lot of games on today. I didn't realize there's that many games on today.
Yeah, there's
7 games. So
7 games. Yeah.
yeah, we will do our prediction regarding that. Obviously, Man United are the early kickoff. Your team playing again, Jordan.
Yeah.
But yeah, you watching?
Oh yes, definitely. I want to see if it's if it was too good to be true when we saw him play Liverpool. I want to see, I want to see
Yeah,
that repeat performance again.
yeah. All right, Mustafa's gone. Jesus or Salah captain? What you
Uh,
reckon? Obviously, we kind of went through this.
Salah captain, Mustafa. I think it's the easiest fixture that Salah could possibly have.
Yeah, I think, yeah, obviously we're both on Salah. Salah against Bournemouth looks like a tasty fixture, regardless of the form Liverpool are in. At the moment, I do expect Liverpool to bounce back today, or they have to, pretty much. If they don't, then I think there's going to be bigger issues for Liverpool. But yeah, I do expect Liverpool to get the job done. Might not be, it might not be, amazing to watch, but I think Salah will get something. Kuanda also agrees. He says Salah captain for me. Yeah, Salah is going to be the most popular, I think, this week, given that he has Bournemouth. But I think if you want to be different, Jesus, as I mentioned, I don't think he's a bad captain shout against Fulham at home. So they're both good fixtures, and Jesus is looking on fire at the moment. He's playing very well. Arsenal are playing very well. They haven't lost a game. They're 3 wins in 3. Can they make it 4 wins out of 4? Arsenal. I wouldn't bet against it. So yeah.
There is a rumor as well for Robertson not starting, which is circling around Twitter.
I've seen those rumors. I mean, I saw those. There was Liverpool fans discussing and debating whether we should start Robertson because of his recent performances. There's rumors that Simicast might start. I'm still not sure. Who said it? I mean, I would be surprised if Robertson does get dropped. But we'll have to wait and see, because usually these rumors, they do come true. So we'll have to wait and see with that one. But yeah, I will be surprised with Robertson getting dropped. He hasn't been great though, if we're being honest, so far. Jordan, you want to take this one?
Oh yes, Omar says thoughts on Jensen and Pascal Gross for the coming 2 to 3 weeks. Had to get rid of Neto and Gomeris as soon as possible. Yeah, I mean, for long-term holds, especially Brighton, they have really good fixtures, so you can hold on to Pascal Gross for the coming game weeks.
Yeah, and then
Henson as well. Brentford have really good fixtures, all green, as far as I could see. And yeah, Neto and Gomeris is fair enough, because neither of them have really made an impact in the midfield for teams, especially Gomeris as well. I think he only got a yellow card. It's the only return he's mostly had. And yeah, he's been a bit of a disappointment, I'd say. Same like Madison, and not Madison, Mount, for example, for Chelsea. So yeah, Gomeris is in sort of that boat of disappointment. And yeah, that's a fair enough transfers to get rid of. I mean, for Jensen and Pascal Gross, that's really good for long-term holds.
yeah, I'll get the fixtures up for you. So Jensen, I like Jensen mainly because Brentford's fixtures look really good. So they've got Everton today, then they have Palace, Leeds, Southampton, and then Arsenal. So the fixtures up until game week 8 look good for Brentford, and then same with Brighton, as we mentioned. Brighton also have very good fixtures. So I mean, Jensen's at 5.1 million, so he's cheap, easy to bring in, and then Gross is also 5.7 million now, Gross, and he's looking good as well. He did get the 15.9 game week 1 last week. He did get an assist as well against West Ham. So yeah, I like both those moves, man. Omar.
Yep. So there is another possibility of a rumour. Because of Madison being injured, it does maybe mean Tielemans starts, which doesn't really matter, I guess, because I don't think Tielemans is highly owned, but it's just something to know.
Did he start last week, Tielemans?
I'm not sure. I don't think he did.
Let me double check, because there are rumours, circling that Liverpool potentially could come in for Tielemans, because obviously Klopp has come out and said Liverpool are going to buy centre mid. Oh no, he didn't start. He came on for 25 minutes against in the loss last week. He didn't. He started against Arsenal, and he started against Brentford in game week 1 as well. So yeah, last week Yuri Tielemans, yeah, shout he could start, but I don't think I'll be going there. But yeah. All right, let's quickly do some. We will do some predictions Maybe let's wait for the deadline. Obviously, we're not making any transfers, so it's one
Yeah,
of those weeks. I guess it's another. It feels like game week, game week 2, where we just rolled and everyone rolled pretty much game week 2.
yeah, it's pretty much the same repeat for this game week. I mean, I think it's all the home fixtures, if I'm honest. They're all attractive. I mean, you never really want to take out a player that's got a home fixture who plays really well in the home fixtures. But yeah,
Yeah, I see that. All right, we are going to do some predictions now, Jordan. So not tonight, this the next game, um, Southampton and Man United, 12:30, midday kickoff. Because we're not far away now. Man United coming off the back of a win against Liverpool, so that should be a big confidence boost for Man United going into this game. Early kickoff, so it can be a bit of a interesting one with the kickoff times. As a United fan yourself, do you think Man United get the job done against Southampton away?
I mean, yeah, I mean, if they played similar to the way they played against Liverpool, I don't see why not. They should not get the job done. Especially, I won't underestimate Southampton though, because whenever they make substitutions, they manage to turn the tide on teams that we've seen. But with Man United, if they play the way they did on the Liverpool fixture, I do believe they can win. And I'll probably say 2-1 Man United, because I do think Southampton will get a goal in once they do substitutions, if in the case they are losing in the later stages of the game.
Okay. Bear with me for a sec. You got to read his comment out from Said. He says Perisic, Cucurella, or Rodrigo, who deserves to play? I'll probably go with Perisic and Rodrigo if I had to play those. Well, Rodrigo probably ahead of all of them. I like Perisic if I'm being honest. I'd definitely look to play Perisic and hope he plays. If he doesn't play, then you've got bench cover, I'm assuming. So I like Perisic. I like Rodrigo. Cucurella against Leicester, I'm not so as sure on that one. Perisic or Cucurella, I'm going Perisic because he's got Nottingham Forest. So yeah, for me, it's Perisic. So yeah,
Yeah,
I hope that's answered your questions, guys. Would you
just
agree, Jordan? Perisic or Cucurella?
yeah, I agree. Perisic for both comments. I mean, just be wary that there is a possibility he may not start, but it's
Yeah.
a very low possibility. But just make sure you have cover on your bench for whoever you want to replace with Perisic out of the choices you have.
Yeah, with Perisic, it's one of those you got to take the risk that he might be benched in certain games, but when he does play, he has a potential for double-digit hauls like we saw last weekend. So yeah, Jordan, what was your prediction for that Southampton Man United game? Give me a score prediction.
I say 2-1 Man United.
2-1 United.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go something similar. I think I'll go 2-1 as well. I think Man United will get the job done after their win against Liverpool, and I think back-to-back wins will be big for United. Get back on a track. Yeah, should be a good win for them away from home. But yeah, we will predict the rest of the games. Just see if there's any other team news that I've missed. Is someone injured or something? Because a lot of comments have come in regarding Cucurella and Perisic. So let us know, guys. Is Perisic going to start? Is it any early team news? That's what I'm checking out for. Yeah. Spurs are they don't even play today, do they?
No, they play Sunday.
Oh yeah, okay. Spurs don't even play today, so
Yeah.
we won't be hearing any early team news in that sense.
I think everyone pretty much is playing for most of our teams today. In fact, unless you have Spurs players or Newcastle players, other than that.
Oh, I just realised I don't have any players playing on Sunday. All my players are playing today. So
yeah,
by your 8 o'clock, 7:30, I will know whether getting a green arrow or red arrow, most likely because
yeah.
Sunday don't have any players.
The only player I have that plays Sunday is Bailey. Other than that,
Oh yeah.
I have 10 playing players today. So I'm assuming,
Interesting. That's interesting. All our players playing today,
yeah.
so we'll know. We will be back again tomorrow though for a knee jerk stream. So do join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. For the same thing. We're gonna react to the points, so it should be a good one, guys. So yeah, do subscribe if you haven't already. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new, and also do drop a like on the video. It really helps our channel out, and it just helps us grow the channel, guys. So yeah, drop a like and subscribe, guys. What was I gonna say? Yeah, regarding Brentford and Everton, we're gonna speak about next. What do you make of that? Now, 3 o'clock games. Now we're moving on to. Do you reckon Brentford can get the win, or Aston Villa will nick something? Sorry, not Aston Villa. Everton will nick something.
I think Brentford can get the win in that home fixture. It should be a comfortable one for Brentford. I think Everton might get a goal past them, but yeah, I think Brentford can win that game. And the score prediction, I think, for that one, I would say is maybe 1-0 Brentford.
Okay. I'm gonna go 2-0 Brentford. I think Brentford will get it quite a comfortable win. But yeah, I'll go 2-0 Brentford, and I think Tony owners, Embuemo owners, they could get a nice little return there in that game. Moving on, Brighton and Leeds. Rodrigo up against Brighton. Obviously, there's a lot of chat regarding Rodrigo, so we've got to talk about this fixture. What do you see happening in this game, Jordan? Give us a score prediction as well.
I think it's going to be a stalemate for these two teams, but the score prediction I'll probably give is 1-1. I don't think either team will get any points. Well, 3 points from this. I think it'll be a 1-point game. So yeah, I'm going for a draw.
Okay. Interesting. I'll have to go with a draw actually as well. I was gonna say a draw myself. I'll go 1-1 as well. I think Brighton's defense is good. So I don't think Leeds are gonna put as many past Brighton, and I think they'll cancel each other out sort of, and then it'll be a 1-1. I don't see a high scoring game. Obviously, if I'm wrong, we'll see. But that's why I'm going with a 1-1. We've got Said again here. Actually, he says Salah, Jesus, Martinelli, Rodrigo, captain and vice captain. Salah captain, Jesus vice captain for me.
Salah captain and probably Jesus vice captain as well. Yeah.
Okay. Also, there's a guy on Twitter that usually predicts Tottenham, Tottenham lineups. He expects it to be the same team that started last game week. So Perisic should start, according to this guy, Paul O'Keefe on Twitter. He's just some guy that tweets Spurs news basically. So yeah, looks like Perisic should start. So if I had Perisic, guys, Praj and Said, I would definitely look to play Perisic. I think it's Nottingham. You've got to play him. If you've got Perisic, these are the kind of games you bought him in for. But yeah, let's hold on. Let me just bring up the fixtures a bit better. Yeah, so Chelsea next. Moving on to Chelsea Leicester. Another interesting game. Fofana hasn't got his move yet to Chelsea. Obviously, he is trying to join Chelsea. But yeah, what do you make of Chelsea? They've just lost 3-0 to Leeds. Leicester also lost last game week, I believe. What do you think for that game, Jordan?
Oh, this is a tough one because obviously there's some circumstances which can affect this game. One of them being Tuchel won't be featured in it, and Koulibaly is suspended, and so I'll probably say Chelsea. I'll say a Chelsea draw against Leicester. So I'll probably say 1-1 again because obviously Maddison's injured, and defensively Leicester are not good. So yeah, I'll probably say 1-1. That's going to be a really weird game. I don't know what to expect in that match, if I'm honest.
Interesting. I think with Chelsea, I don't trust Chelsea to keep the clean sheet against Leicester, but I still think Chelsea will can put a couple past Leicester because Leicester's defense isn't great. They do concede goals for fun, it seems. So I do back Chelsea in that one to get it done. I think Chelsea will win 2-1. 2-1 Chelsea. maybe even 3-1. I don't rate Leicester's defense, and Leicester are in free fall at the moment, quite struggling quite badly. So I think Chelsea will bounce back with a win. Said Ali also says, touching on Chelsea, if they need information on who to play, I mean, we answered this one: Cucurella, Perisic, Rodrigo. I mean, if you're looking at attacking wise, Perisic for me is a no-brainer against Nottingham Forest. But if I had him, I play him. He's got Nottingham Forest. You saw last week against Wolves, he played, he got the assist, he got the clean sheet, and he got the 3 bonus points. So, and Nottingham Forest, I know there could be a tougher team, but for Perisic, I think those are the games that he can definitely pick up a double-digit return in, and so I'd be playing him. Cucurella, as I've mentioned, I don't expect um, Chelsea to keep a clean sheet, so I'm worried about Cucurella in terms of keeping a clean sheet. But I think he could get an assist, also, like if he takes a corner or something like that. And Rodrigo, I'd play Rodrigo, and if it's Jordan, if you had to pick one player, uh, he's that's a very good bench you've got there.
I'd probably pick Perisic, obviously, because of the fixture that Tottenham have against Nottingham Forest. Because if Rodrigo has Brighton, and that's going to be a difficult fixture, which I feel like Rodrigo is going to blank in that fixture, if I'm honest. And then Cucurella, obviously, Chelsea keeping the clean sheet against Leicester is again maybe not a possible outcome. They probably will concede a goal. And then on the other hand, Spurs is probably the best shout because they've got Nottingham Forest, newly promoted team. You would hope they keep a clean sheet, and because of Perisic's attacking threat, you would think you'll get an assist as well on top of that, or maybe even a goal
Yeah.
as a
All right,
bonus.
we've answered this already a few times. We've said Perisic, and Rodrigo. We'll play Perisic and Rodrigo. Hope that's answered your question. But yeah, definitely Perisic, Rodrigo, and Cucurella. Even though I wouldn't want to bench him, I mean that's what it is. When you've got a good bench, you're going to get players that miss out sometimes. But yeah, that's who we'd go with. Would you agree, Jordan?
Yeah,
Perisic and
Perisic and
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. And if Perisic doesn't play, then you got Cucurella to come on if he's on when he's on your bench. So you got to pick 2 of the 3. If the outcome is Perisic doesn't play, then you're gonna play 3 of them anyway.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, I like Cucurella. I wanted Cucurella for this game week myself. It's just I couldn't fit him into my team, so I'd be looking to play him and then take any benchings that come because he's just he just got so much output, even though he is risky. Um, but yeah, let's get the So you went with 1-1 for the Chelsea Leicester game?
Yes, yeah, that's my prediction. I think.
Okay, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go yeah 2-1 Chelsea. I think Chelsea will get the job done regardless, and I think it won't be that easy though. Then we're coming on to another game. My team, Liverpool v Bournemouth. Um, Liverpool coming off the back of a loss to Man United. They need the win to kickstart the season. They haven't won in 3 games now, 2 draws and a loss. Do Liverpool get the job done, Jordan?
Yes, definitely. Liverpool get the job done. There's no excuses for why they shouldn't get that game done and dusted by half time, if I'm honest.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. For me, obviously as a Liverpool fan, I'll take any win at this moment in time. But yeah, I think Liverpool get the job done. They're at Anfield. 3 o'clock kickoff. I think Salah will be on it, or hopefully as we are captaining him, and I think they'll get the job done about 2-0. I'll go Liverpool 2-0. What do you reckon?
I think it'll be 4-0 Liverpool.
Ooh, 4-0. Okay, interesting. Um, but yeah, that'll be good. If Salah can get involved, Diaz can get involved. Trent, obviously, Trent hasn't really hit the heights. Trent's has had, how many transfers out he's had?
Oh, he's had many. He has had about. I get the.
Shout out to FPL Noise. Welcome to the stream, mate.
Trent has had.
I know he's had a lot.
He's had 460,000 transfer outs, and he's the second
Yeah.
most transferred out player this game week.
Yeah, I don't understand that. If you are transferring Trent out, I think you got to be a bit more patient than that. Bournemouth at home, at Anfield, you don't really be wanting to transfer him out ahead of that game. He can get an assist, a clean sheet, bonus. I think, there is potential there for a double-digit haul for someone like Trent if Liverpool can get that clean sheet. But yeah, I'll go 2-0 Liverpool. Moving on, Man City Palace. There are obviously, I didn't mention this, but Nathan Ake is injured as well, guys. So Nathan Ake is missing out from what I heard. And also Zaha's injured as well. So that does decrease Palace's chances, you'd say, for a win. Obviously missing their best player. But do you expect Jordan Man City to get the job done at home against Palace? No Zaha.
I mean, yeah, I do see like a Man City getting the job done against Crystal Palace, but at the same time, I do think Crystal Palace will still put up a fight. As we've seen last season, Crystal Palace did beat Man City before.
Yeah.
So, but I do think Man City have the upper edge this time round. So I do see a Man City win coming.
Score prediction?
I think that will be comfortable 2-0 to Man City.
2-0. Okay. Obviously, Crystal Palace are a bit of a bogey team for Man City. They do usually struggle against Palace. Don't know why that is. I mean, obviously they're a good team. Vieira is doing a good job there. So, but yeah, I think Man City. Zaha's such a big miss. If he was playing, I might, go for at least a non-clean sheet, like a wipeout. But I'll go. Nah, you know what? I'll go 2-1 City. I think City will concede. I'll go 2-1 City. And then the final game today, 5:30, Arsenal at home to Fulham. Do you reckon it'll be another a good game for Arsenal? Or they get the win?
I think Arsenal get the win still, but it will just be more tough for them to get the win because obviously Fulham fight back, as we've seen against top teams, and they will pass goals past Arsenal. I do think Fulham. Just depends how many they will put behind and if Arsenal can respond to that. But yeah, I think Arsenal will get ahead of Fulham just about.
Okay. Well, there you go. So, what would you say for a score prediction if I had to get one from you?
I would probably go for 3-2 Arsenal.
3-2 Arsenal. Okay, so you think it's going to be a high scoring game?
Yeah, I do think it's going to be a high scoring game. I have a funny feeling that's going to be a end-to-end match, but a very exciting one.
Interesting. Sorry, my mic just got muted there. But yeah, I think Arsenal will be too much for Fulham. I think they'll get the job done 3-1, and I'm going for Jesus probably going to score. So yeah, don't think it's a bad shout. Captaining him personally for anyone that does want to go there. But yeah, those are the fixtures for today. 7 games, a lot of football. As we mentioned, all our players are playing today. All my players are playing today, and 10 of your players are playing in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. And yeah, it should be a good one. Hopefully, everyone does get a green arrow after the disastrous game week last week. Also, just want to quickly shout out some of our socials very quickly. If you haven't already, do follow us on Twitter. We're at the FPL Duo on there. It's also in the banners at the bottom, so do check us out on Twitter. Join the mini league if you haven't already. Code is on the screen at the moment. The code is also in the description below. There's also an auto join link, so do check that out. If you haven't joined our league already, there is a prize for the winner at the end of the season. Just don't know what that is at the moment, but we will let you know closer to the time. So do join our mini league. And yeah, as you guys can see on the banners below, we've got all our details, our ranks, and on our Instagram as well. If you follow us on Instagram, I mean, if you have Instagram, do follow us on there as well. But yeah. Well, so yeah, Jordan. So that's the Saturday fixes out the way. We'll quickly do the Sunday predictions. Villa, West Ham. What we're going for. Also, guys, there's a minute left to the deadline, so do lock your transfers in.
For that fixture, I'll probably say 2-1 Aston Villa.
2-1 Villa.
Yes.
So another loss, West Ham.
Yeah, I think West Ham are in the mud again for that game.
I think West Ham are going to bounce back. I think they can't go another game without winning. So I'm going to go West Ham 1-0. I think West Ham will get the job done. I think Aston Villa are struggling themselves as well this season. So yeah, I think West Ham will get the job done, even though they're away.
My only reason is because of West Ham played midweek and
Oh,
because of the players that they're going to start, they've pretty much played their first team. So there's going to be a bit of fatigue and tiredness in that
I see.
team. And I feel like that's what lost them the other fixture, because they played that midweek game again. And obviously Aston Villa haven't, so they're fresh and ready to go.
Oh yeah, that's a fair comment. That's a good shot actually. Wolves have Newcastle as well, 2 o'clock. Sorry, on Sunday. What are we saying for that one?
That one, I'll probably say 2-1 Newcastle.
2-1 Newcastle. Okay. Obviously Newcastle coming off the back of that draw against City. I think they'll also probably get the job done here. I think it will be. Yeah, I'm gonna go 1-0 Newcastle. I think they'll just get the job done. Now, Callum Wilson's a big miss, but obviously they've signed Isak. I don't know if he's ready to start in that game because he just signed, but I think they'll get the job done 1-0. And then to end the game week on Sunday, we've got Forest against Spurs. 4:30 kickoff. What we thinking for that one? Spurs Forest.
Oh, that one. I feel like Spurs will put 3 goals against Nottingham Forest. So I think 3-0 Spurs.
Okay, 3-0 Spurs. I'm gonna go 2-0 Spurs. I think Harry Kane will probably get the goal, and yeah, I think Spurs will win, and I think it'll be quite comfortable for Spurs. And yeah, Perisic could be another potential haul if he keeps that clean sheet as we expect him to, and if he gets an assist or something like that, bonus as well. Could be a good one for Perisic owners again. This fixture, it does look a good one for those owners. And yeah, guys, that is the predictions out the way for game week 4. And yeah, game week 5, obviously, as we mentioned, is a midweek one. So we'll do follow us on Twitter so you know when we stream, because we're gonna have a lot of streams coming for game week ahead of game week 5 because it's a tight schedule. So we're gonna be putting out a lot of streams up until then. So yeah, just letting you guys know. And yeah, that is all the things out the way, the fixtures. So that's got your team back on the screen. Everything is locked. If you guys have got any last minute questions, a bit of a Q&A, do drop them in below. But yeah, deadline is now over. So hopefully everyone's locked their transfers in. The game's updating. And yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty quick, for honest. This deadline.
Yeah.
It's flown by.
Yeah, flown by, yeah. Let me just see. I mean, Man United team news ain't going to be that interesting, I guess. I mean, we pretty much know who's going to play. And
Yeah.
obviously, Man United players don't really know. Not many people have them anyway.
Yeah. Got a comment from Kawanda who says, all the best. Hopefully, 70 points will be achieved.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I mean, yeah, I said there will be like probably 100 points plus this game week. So
I don't know about that. I think if Salah needs to get a hat trick or something like that for that to happen.
Yeah, I do see that a possibility, because if Jesus and Haaland get hauls and then Salah capsy pick, I mean, that alone is near enough 100 points if you just got the rest doing returns as well in the team. I think that's achievable. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'll take 70 at this moment in time. I'll probably be enough for a green arrow. But yeah, thank you for that. Thank you guys for everyone that has joined the chat. Thank you for everyone that has dropped a like. I just got to say again, if you haven't already, guys, do drop a like on the video, please. If you are just joining in now. And also, as always, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We have just broke past 400 subs. Also, share the video on your socials if you can. It really helps the channel out. So yeah, all that good stuff, guys. Do like and comment on the stream as well. Is that everything, Jordan? Pretty much covered for the deadline. Is there anything else you want to add? If anyone's got any questions as well, I think Brian's got one here. Locked in Salah captain. Only worries I don't have 2 free transfers for midweek. Yeah, I mean, you could always take a hit if there's something that pops up that you need to make next week. But yeah, it's just one of those, I guess. I think you'll have to wait and see how game week 4 ends. You might not need 2 free transfers. You never know. You might be fine with just using 1 transfer. So you'll have to wait and see how game week 4 goes. And yeah, go from there, really.
Yeah, I don't think it's a massive miss. I mean, if you do take a -4, it's not an issue at this moment in time because we're all taking hits and doing madness. So you taking a hit won't be the end of the world. It's still early days, and it's not how you start; it's how you finish. That's
Nah,
the
I think
approach.
he's just used one free transfer. I think he used one, so we won't have two next week. So he'll just have one next week. I mean, I don't think he's took a hit, has he?
Oh, no, I'm just saying
Oh,
if you need to take a hit midweek, if you only have one free
oh,
transfer,
yeah. Sorry,
uh,
my bad.
that's all right. It's not the end of the world for you, Brian. It should be fine.
He also says my plan is to make no transfer, but something will come up, I'm sure. Yeah, it's always with FPL. There's always something that pops up where we need to fix our teams. But yeah, we'll see. We will have a lot of content out regarding Game Week 5 because we do expect, rotation to start kicking in again. Midweek games, rotation could be an interesting, topic for Game Week 5. So we'll have to talk about Haaland, etc. And we know there might be rotation there. So we will make videos out on our team selection. We'll be back with a knee jerk as well. So yeah, do tune in, guys, for that. Also, we'll be back on the deadline as well for Game Week 5. So a lot of content to come. So don't miss out on anything. We are streaming pretty much 3-4 times every week. So do subscribe to us and then ring the notification bell so you don't miss out. We're churning out a lot of content at the moment, and yeah, we plan to do that for the rest of the season. So yeah, but we'll probably wrap it up soon. Probably wrap the stream up. Unless anyone's got any other questions.
Also, let's not forget as well, because midweek deadline, we're gonna have a lot of congested videos in that space between now and then, because obviously we've got team selection, transfer tips, and all that jazz to come before the deadline on Wednesday.
Yeah, should be a good one. So yeah, guys, do tune in for that. A lot to come this week, and yeah, Jordan, we're gonna wrap it up here. I'll just take off the team, bring that up, just take overlays out, and yeah, we just want to say a big thank you to everyone that has watched this deadline stream. I would say a thank you to everyone that's commented and also liked the video. As always, guys, we are back tomorrow at 7 p.m. for the knee jerk live reaction, where we react to our points for the game week, and then also look ahead to Game Week 5 slightly. So yeah, do join us tomorrow. Make sure it's going to be a good one. And yeah, we are out for this one, and we'll see you again tomorrow. So yeah, take care, everyone. Hope everyone has a good weekend, and yeah, stay safe. Enjoy the bank holiday, and yeah, guys, take care.
Yeah, take it, guys. Enjoy your bank holiday, and see you soon.
Peace.